Welcome, everyone. This is your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. First of all, this channel is proudly partnered with the What the Funk shop. Please check out their store for all sorts of products. They have dice, miniatures, game master screens, home decorations, and many other things. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment, and make sure that you use my code for a special discount. Tonight, I am going to talk about how to successfully run tabletop RPG sessions in the anime, manga, and video game style. This is not always accomplished. It sounds very easy. You could think, well, just purchase an anime role-playing game or anime inspired or anime-based RPG or manga inspired, video games inspired, and that is it, right? And of course, you can certainly do that, but this video is about trying to polish or perfect the experience as much as possible. Sometimes people become disillusioned when they purchase those like anime inspired anime style video game style sort of tabletop RPGs because they play the session and it feels like any other session. A lot of anime type of systems, they feel like superhero systems. The characters, because anime is usually quite over the top, it feels as if you're building like a superhero character, nothing that stands apart. You don't feel like, oh, this is really anime. It feels, well, it's a good tabletop RPG, but it doesn't exactly feel like anime. It doesn't feel like manga. It doesn't feel like video game. And while certainly there are some systems that are at fault. For example, Mechaton Zeta, really good tabletop RPG, really good. But there is nothing in Mechaton Zeta that really makes you think that it is anime style. And you could be thinking, what are you saying? You have all of the rules to create the transformer type of robots and like macros type of robots and Gundam. Yes, but apart from that, that is what distinguishes that from, let's say, a mech game, not a mecha, a mech game more on the Western comic books style, right? But then you have other anime-based RPGs like OVA or OVA, that you have so many features to build your character, such as nosebleed and those sorts of effects that you see in anime. You know, when the character looks at a very sexy woman and he bleeds out of his nose, that's like an anime manga trope, right? Or in the case of Valor, you have that mechanic of winning through the power of friendship. You can actually use like the power of friendship, inspiration to get some boosts. When it comes to video game inspired tabletop RPGs, you have some Souls like out there that do a really good job against the popular opinion. The Dark Souls RPG over there, Dark Souls, the official one, the initial launch is abysmal. Was abysmal, terrible. But they polished a few things, and it's actually decent. I won't say it's like the best Souls experience, but it's still pretty decent. There are many other video game inspired games out there, such as Reminisce. Reminisce. You can get it for free. At least the last time I checked, it is pay what you want in Drive-Thru RPG, and it has those. You can pretty much create any video game character you can think of. You have so many powers and items inspired by The Legend of Zelda, by Mega Man, Super Mario, if I remember correctly. So yes, there are so many tabletop RPGs out there that do a really good job when it comes to mechanically representing the anime, the manga, the video game style. But like I said, there are some others like Megaton Zeta that aren't exactly like the best at expressing that anime, manga, video game feel. So where is the spice to properly enact, properly carry out this anime session, this manga session, this video game style session? It has to do with the players and the game master. Think to your favorite anime, video game, manga. Think about those stories. where you when you were paging through the manga, when you were watching your favorite anime show, when you were playing the video game, what did you enjoy about that? In the case, you could say some other things, like in the case of the video game, you like the gameplay, the controllers, how the interactions work, right? But beyond that, there are so many stylistic flourishes. When the character attacks, he doesn't just attack. The character, the, the camera zooms into his eyes, and as he takes his action, you see like these lines of speed, blue and dark purple, flashing behind him, and red. And he does like this very over the top cheesy line, perhaps one liner while attacking. It's all about that, and you can see this in anime, in manga, in video games. In video games, when you do those special attacks, you see like sparks flashing from your fists, like in a fighting game, in some fighting games. Or when you are doing special attacks, again, like the screen suddenly flashes and your character jumps so cool, and his silhouette is displayed for a moment, and then he kind of like leaves these after images as he's moving about. Describe all of that. Describe all of that in your anime, manga, video game style sessions. Describe it. Instead of just, I step forward quickly and thrust with my rapier, leaving a series of bright orange colored after images behind me. I rush forward and stab while yelling, "You will not take over the Crystal Citadel!" As streaks of lightning run across the rapier as it thrusts, as it strikes. You see, those are the things you are looking for. And if it's a comedic anime, manga, or video game style of session, you can also use those funny moments. Describe how suddenly in the background screen you see like a bunch of little stars floating around, or you know. So it's or you could describe that your character makes like a funny face. My character's nose disappears and his eyes grow huge. His smile covers almost his entire face as he attacks with his bunk hammer, with his bubble gum gun. You see, so that's missing in so many anime, manga, video game style sessions. Players and game masters try to play that, but they forget that magic, that spice, those stylistic flourishes. And I will also recommend that for that role play, for that description of the actions of those details, I think it's a good idea to add some bonuses to the roles to reward that sort of role play, right? So definitely some things to consider. And like I said, there are still many other tabletop RPGs inspired by that media that already have that integrated into the system. That, oh, if the player describes something really flashy, and oh, you can give the player like this resource to get a bonus. So definitely consider it if you wanted to play a tabletop RPG game session that is in the style of anime, manga, video game. Consider those things. You will not regret it. They are so fun. So thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the super thanks button. Take a look at the information in the description, the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. And remember, in tabletop role-playing games, you are not having a conversation about your characters. You are experiencing the game world as your characters. Once again, thank you and see you later.